Hello, we're back with DDLC, Doki Doki Literature Club. Right, let's get into it. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I will feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I glance over the cover of her book. It looks like she is the same book that she lent me. And more than that, she seems to be the first few pages. Ah! Crap. I'll use it. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and now eyes me for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I must have this sensing I made it uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. I was focused, and then I probably wouldn't notice you in the first place. I was rereading a bit of this, so... Another book you gave me, right? I want to reread it. I want to reread some of it. Or some of it. The Australia, mate? No. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Shut up! Leave him alone. Well, I thought of the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something very obvious that Yuri's trying to is telling me, but I decided to let go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once you pick up, it might be hard to put it down. It is very engaging and a relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her right over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. Oh, there's an ominous eye symbol on the front cover. Oh, alright. I just wanted to make sure that I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl who, in high school, who has a few moves with her long lost sister. Who moves in with her long sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who can't escape from a human experiment, and her life is in danger, so she needs desperately to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life is in the fall. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story. Then that dark came up of nowhere. My pad fell off my drawer. I'm trying to get relaxed. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of the Josephine Central? No, it's not that. I mean it. I can. Tough situation. How will I proceed? Okay. Definitely enjoy some of the stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Fantastic. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into his things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just those kinds of stories. They challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, just not when because someone wants you to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Okay. Then suddenly, when you get related to those protagonists, I don't know what that means. They are made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with their villainous plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost any interest in them. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I should let you know that I had this problem when books fill my thoughts. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. I'm so sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I talk too much. I really don't think you need to worry. Yeah, same. That just makes you passionate about reading. At least I can do is listen. It is a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, might as well get started reading it, right? You didn't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag. Alright. It's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. You sound a little bit like alright then. I need to change it. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. Sorry. That is reading in company of someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. Open the book and start the prologue. So I don't understand what Yuri means about reading in company. As if I can feel the presence of my shoulder as I read. It's not practically a bad thing. Maybe it's a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Sense does not. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she is not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? Of course. I don't know why. I don't know. Ugh. I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this will be right. I slam my desk so it is up against Yuri's, and I hold my book more between the two of them. Ah. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders touching, or almost touching. Ugh. It feels like my arm is in the way, so I use my right hand to hold open the book. I guess this makes it a little bit difficult to turn the page. Here. New art style! This is gonna get annoying. Yuri takes a left arm and holds it to the side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah! I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I can turn a page and Yuri can slide it underneath her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, even hold it even closer together than before, it actually kind of distracts me. If it's a feel like if I can see, if I feel the warmth of Yuri's face, she's right. Yeah, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Return the page. Ah, sorry. I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over to Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know. Well, I don't know how I am able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not really used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient, as if it takes you longer. It's probably the least thing I can do. Probably being so patient at me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Saving my life to death. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Just as I assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own violation. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning the page almost felt like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she casts it under her thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be silly far, but main character reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, she's more blunt in other ways, I guess. I guess she also second guesses all the things she does, that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into her head or anything, but they're exactly reminiscent of some sort of mannerisms. I see. Rory remains silent for a moment. But, Zedrion, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Yeah. It does sound like you. Oh my god. Sorry. so fancy that you think that. Wait, didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really don't know if you're so conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I need to. I meant. I more mean that is a kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Hello. Okay, everyone. Nani? I'm sorry. I think it's about time that we share today poems with each other. We might not. Oh God, I've been talking as Yuri a long time. It messes my voices up. Nasiki, Sayori, Yuri, Monica. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri in hell's bed from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. No, it's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Damn. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Oh, but before we review, I guess I didn't, well, practically either way. I'm back. My basically thing keeps on doing the thing. That gets out to tonight. Yeah, and it'll be more fun if I re-review after it picks off a bit, you know. That's good reasoning. In that case, I can feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright, I stand up. I make Amanda know when I will let off, and then zip it back to my bag. But by the way, did you remember to write your poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I have created something so embarrassing. I really couldn't find this much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sorry, Monica, enthusiastically, I can't say that word. Enthusiastically, yeah, that'll do. Pulls out their poems. Sorry, wrinkles, a sheet of loose, leaf-torn, a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers compassion in a notebook. I can always see Monica's pristine handwriting when I say it. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I did say it myself. Here's the one to show my phone to first. Oh, I actually get to bit. Yuri. Yuri seems the most spirit, so I just start with her. I can trust the opinions, to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What's that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri covers her mouth, but ends up covering her whole entire face. Oh, he's gonna hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Eh? That's... I guess you're right. For safe. Don't want my safe data getting corrupted then. I guess you're right. Ooh, what am I getting nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imaginary metaphors indicates you have listened a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This has to be my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, looks my poem again. Well, I knew that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She changes her figure along the words of the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. I've been through it myself, and I learned to pick it up on them. And I think basically notable thing making eyes here is in the writers is that they try to make the style more deliberate. And not when their pad falls off their goddamn drawers. I have 2% anyway, so I can put my pad over here. Right. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both style and its weekend. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, I'm not saying that you can blame for it. Trying to get closer. There we go. There are so many different writing styles and techniques that go into writing style, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It takes you some time, but it comes with all the practice and learning by example and trying new things. I hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be little bit biased there. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking to people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure you already apologized to yourself. Me? Or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Jesus! This poem is called Ghost Under the Light. The tenderness of hair illuminates beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight, to have withstood the test of time. I cast, yet to be placed by a stickering blue-green blue of future. I bathe a claims breathing air of the present, but as living in the past. The life flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have to say that. Oh my god! I'm too tired. No, I'm gonna save. The hell? Yeah, I'm gonna save. I saved. Do I return? No. Settings. Quit. Yes. And then they'll be waiting for next time when I play it. I just saw a folder out for it. So I'll do it when the thing's done actually. Wait. Yeah, so I'll folder for them. There's the can. I don't want to. Hmm? Oh, right. Bam, bam, bam. made a folder for them. So it's on the channel now. Yay, this thing. Save. Save. Right. Oh. Whoops. How do I get rid of these? Oh, area. I'm gonna take over the area.
It's Iori. Natsuki and Yuri walks over to corners of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Don't really awkward.
Oh, it is good. Yeah, I'll leave it there, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye. I can just do this, can I? To bed.